Been pretty busy buying palms. So I figured I'd do a little plant haul video because I haven't done one of these in a really long time. And these are the palms that I acquired this weekend, except for the one on the end. It always helps when you are connected with fellow palm growers. Um, some of these were gifts, and some of them just kind of fell into my lap. Someone who used to grow, I guess, plants for a living had some neglected palms in the back, and I was contacted by Daniel and got a really cool palm. So let's go through and have a look. Well, first off, two big ones. They're kind of hard to see with the, I don't know, they just don't seem to show up so well. So these are one of my personal favorites, possibly my most favorite sable. These two big guys are Sable Urasana. So these were neglected for who knows how long. The pots were filled with weeds. They were bone dry, really sad looking characters. I trimmed off the dead fronds, fertilized, and I've been giving a lot of water, and they really perked up. So these get the nice blue color, and they should get bluer with time. So Sable Urasana grows in Mexico. There's a blue form and a green form. The blue form is the one you tend to see. They're the ones that are in the mountains and reputedly more cold hardy. So I do have a video from earlier this summer of some absolutely fantastic specimens from the John Ferry Garden. So if you want to check that out, you can see what some adults look like. They're very slow growing, probably one of the slowest or maybe the slowest growing sable. So I just saved myself years and years. I do have some small ones. So those are the two main ones that I was really quite excited about. I bought this palm here, and this is, they called it Jabutia splendens Dick Douglas. Is that a real name? I don't know. But what this palm is a couple generations back, a Butia, probably odorata, was crossed with Jubea chilensis. That hybrid produced seeds, and they are fertile hybrids. Those seeds were raised into adult palms, and those palms seeded. And so this is either F2 or F3. It does, you can see it's actually a very close color to the Sable Urasana. It's not green. Well, I mean, okay, I guess it technically is green, but has a bit of a bluish silvery cast. With time and sun, I saw pictures of siblings adults, and this will get more silvery blue with time, supposedly faster growing. So we will see. I ordered this from Florida, from a eBay vendor called Palms Galore 777. Everyone keeps asking me, so that's where I got it. Very reasonable price, amazing packing job. So nice palm. So that one's gonna be looking for a home. And then down here, these are all gifts from Daniel, which was really amazing. So Sable Yappa, don't have this one. Not the most cold hardy of the sables. So this is a one that gets a very slender trunk, can take light frost, but that's about it. Typical winter here, it should be okay. Cold winter, maybe not. So we're gonna see what we do with this guy. He's gonna stay in a pot for a while. And then I got two Sable Urasana green forms. So just like those guys, except these ones stay green. They grow in more of a coastal, closer to the coast, and so they have the green form. You know, some people say they're not as cold hardy, but they can take quite a bit of cold. I'd say if you're in the south, this is a zone 8 palm, probably on the higher end of zone 8. Yappa is 9B10. Next, I was given another Sable Rosei. I had one back at my old place in Oregon. I really liked it, and it was quite fast growing for me. And you'll see these are usually rated to zone 9, but me and another guy are growing them, and we found that they can take more cold than you think. It's a very green sable, tends to grow in a bit of a drier area, but really nice palm. Another one of my favorites, Sable Bermudana from the island of Bermuda. It's their only native palm tree. The cool thing about Bermudana is it does get kind of a nice bluish cast to it. I have another one that's further along than this. I looked for this thing for years, and then I get two of them given to me in the last few months. So it gets to a pretty decent size. And the thing about Bermudana is that because it comes from Bermuda, it's a cool, they're kind of an oceanic climate. It's not really a warm place. So these do well in cooler areas. So very excited to have a second one. It's always better to have two than one. Beside it, another one from Daniel. I'm sure you won't be able to guess what this one is, and I hope I get this right. Hyphane Coriaceae. And so this is a palm tree from, it would be Eastern Africa, like Ethiopia, Somalia, I think around that area. Common tree there, but these also, you can see a bit of the silvery blue color. They kind of look like a sable mixed with a Livistona. A little bit sensitive, so probably a 9B palm. I'm a 9B, but I can get temps sometimes that are below that. So Daniel has one of these, and he said that he just threw, I think, a cardboard box over it during the really cold events, and it pulled through. So interested to try this one. I really know nothing about the genus or any of those palms, so we're going to see how it goes. I'm going to let it grow bigger first. I'd like it to get, at least have a little bit of a trunk. It also grows as a suckering palm. It suckers, so when they're smaller, they kind of look like a silver saw palmetto from the photos that I saw, but as they get bigger, they kind of get that Costa palmate frond. And then a non-palm, this is a Quercus Schottiana. And this is from China, hardy to zone 7B. So it's an evergreen oak. And the cool thing about this is, it's the growth was newer when I bought it, so it was a reddish color. And so they come out red and then they fade to this green. So those are all the plants I got this weekend, which is crazy, but it is what it is. I'm not going to complain. And then I don't think I've ever showed this palm. This is one that was just kind of sitting in the back at a nursery here, and I said, hey, what's with that palm? Are you willing to sell it? And they said, sure. So I bought it, and it was a smoking good deal. Really nice palm. So this is Phoenix sylvestris. So they look similar to the kind of standard date palm, Dactylifera, except sylvestris tends to be more blue, more of a silvery blue as well. You can kind of see a theme here that I got going on with all these silvery blue palms. It does have spikes. The nice thing about sylvestris is that they can take more heat, or sorry, not heat, more humidity and wet conditions than the true date palm can. So really nice. There's lots of big ones around me. Now I'm able to tell them apart. I think these tend to have a thicker crown, and they also have that little bit of a silvery color, whereas a Dactylifera is more green. So another cool palm. The only thing about these is they got some serious thorns. So this is my palm haul of late. So for all of you, I hope the palm gods have been good to you, and like they have been to me, and you found some good palms this summer. Thanks for watching.